You know, this is the same layout that I showed you on Sejong as well, just 5 hatcheries, 6 gas, drones, units, queens, creep. It's always the same. CVT is a very streamlined matchup. That doesn't necessarily make it boring. It's a lot of fun to play. There's the third CC. Late. Very late. And the bio transition. And I'm in a pretty good spot. You can see the creep is not really being contested. So yeah, I can talk about this game, no problem. There's no stress. So yeah, I'm in a very lucky spot right now. Still the same. And the first attack. I'm just gonna get some units for this. Nothing special. Yeah, and bailing speed is in time. On time, I guess. Tiny supply block, but that's fine because it might sound a bit stupid, but if you play Zerg, then supply blocks aren't really that important to you. The magnitude is not as big as for Terran, for example. Terran's production is actually set back really hard by supply blocks, whereas Zerg you can just make more overlords, then you unlock your supply again and you have larva and everything's just fine. Zerg is a very easy race when it comes to supply blocks. But on the flip side, if you do get supply blocked in the opening stage or so, that's when you get into some serious trouble. Because then you lose drone time, and that's the worst thing that could ever happen to you. Yeah, I already mentioned this. But it's good to know the difference. Being supply blocked when you have finished making drones, that's not really a big problem. And it's good to be aware of that, you know, when it comes to spending your attention wisely. Supply blocks are not a big deal. So, just passive game. If you're smart, you don't fight off a creep. If you don't have a massive upgrade lead, might as well just play it safe. Free tank. That's nice. Maybe some free marines. Yeah. This fourth is going to be so difficult to deny later on, so I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to maybe do some run bys up here. Massive doom drop as well. Yeah, I gotta go home. This is about to get crazy. Hopefully no Hellbats in this mix. So many circles. They don't really do so well against Hellbats. Yeah, but on the flip side, there's almost no Marines in this one, so that doesn't really bother me. That was lucky for me. Yeah, no problem. That's all. So yeah, like I mentioned, this base is so positionally favorable for Terran, so I'm not gonna bother. It's just so difficult to attack. It's not a very smart move. so it's much better to go for this position. It's a lot more wide open. That favors Zerg as a race quite well. Right now his army's on the south side, so some interception going on here. This was not the best attack. Let's see if I can get away with this. That was so bad. That was like the most carefree attack ever. But, you know, it's Zerg. I'm pretty rich right now. Man, that was so... That was not a quality engagement, that's for sure. I'm just gonna repeat myself, I'll just go up here. Upgrades on the way. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this game defensively. I mean, these bases are so well protected for Terran, so just map-wise, it's really tough to attack into Terran at this stage. He's being very smart about this game. Just only defending. As you can see, there aren't really that many vulnerable spots for me to attack into. So this Terran is playing this out really well. Merry-go-round is not the easiest map for Zerg. So I'm gonna get a little bit more of my ground control back now that I have my triple upgrades. Maybe I can force a stim, that'd be nice. Nope. Too cool. Get rid of these roaches, they're not very useful. Maybe I can set up some sort of sandwich here. It's still gonna be off creep some, I'm not sure. If I could maybe force him a bit out of position by using these meters. This tank is so annoying, it's done so much work for Terran. Let's give this a try. go straight for the production. Camp this as much as possible. The units I have, they're really not useful for this camping production purpose. So yeah. I mean, I'm just taking everything I can get at this point, and it should be GG. It should be over. But, you know, it's impossible for me to shut down his production right now. GG. On a map like Merry-Go-Round, you just take what you can get, basically. It's a map of counterattacks, pretty much. I'm gonna take a short break and then I'll be back with a few more games. I'm searching, so another game coming up. Protoss. Okay, CVP, and I'm not exactly sure who this Protoss player actually is. I guess I can find out a bit later, but for now it's just the barcode. Which is fine. That's fine. So the map is Nimbus. It's very easy to take day bases on this map. The fourth is a little bit more tricky, but if anyone remember playing CVP on Frost, then this map is not too different. There's a lot of airspace. So Mutacorruptor is pretty strong on this map, but it really depends on the spawning positions as well. And in terms of swarm host, this map is pretty good for them. You can't deny the corner bases like this, but once you get control over the center, then there's a lot of sweet spots where you can get some really sick swarm host positions going. So, if there's one thing that's not really as good on this map, then it's roaches. There's so many narrow chokes and stuff, so roaches might, they can still be good, but roaches and Hydralisk aren't really that great on this map. So that's a pretty early probe. I just gotta make sure it's not cannon. Cannon rush. Yeah, I should have checked here. I'm a little bit sleepy today, so my minimap awareness is not the best. But that's okay. So this is a very standard so-called gateway first build. So he's got double gas. He's got 4 probes in 1 gas. I could tell him, but yeah. Even on ladder, it's serious business. I need my points. Just kidding. I'm just not a very nice guy. So, once again, just normal, standard development. I'm gonna get my single gas running soon as well. Could drop a few creep tumors as well. I think the most urgent thing right now is to get to see what's up with these gases. Because if I don't, then I'll be playing blind, and that's not very cool against Protoss. This mothership core, this wall off. It's impossible for me to get any information from this right now. Stalker. That usually indicates Stargate or Twilight. Almost never robotics after this. So I should watch out for oracles. Well, yep, this is a sweet spot on Nimbus. It's actually Stalker proof, so it's very useful. Seeing that Stalker is a little bit valuable. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And my first real spike of information is gonna hit right now. Now, when I will be able to see this natural base. Very macro heavy. Lots of macro. So yeah, it's all good for now. This overlord is forfeit. So. see if I can get some information from the front. Nothing. There's the Oracle. Maybe it's hallucinated. Could be. Nope. It's real. So he's got a Stargate. The normal follow-ups from this is usually robotics. Yeah, pretty much almost always robotics. But yeah, I'm gonna make an overseer, try and find out what this guy's up to. Probably a third base. Third base and a robo is very common. There's the robo. Twilight Council. That's good for me. He didn't go straight into Colossus, so it means I can put on some pressure. Maybe. Just maybe. We'll see. This is just a creep clearing force, but I still gotta be a little bit careful. I was a bit lucky. I think if he knew how greedy I was playing right now, then he could do a bit of damage. But he has an observer, so right now when he sees the swarm hosts, he will immediately start working towards Colossus. I'm not going to try to counter that with a Spire or anything like this. I'm just going to start a little bit of a siege up right here. Hoping that his Colossus switch is going to be a bit late. There's the Observer. It's really useful to catch this earlier. Yeah. Better safe than sorry in this case. Those spores were for war prisms, just in case they stop showing up. It does have a robotics facility after all. And yeah, this is really smart by the Protoss, taking a position out in the open rather than... I'm just gonna forfeit this base. I don't need it right now. Not when he is playing low tech like this. This is fine. This is all cool. He's working towards Stalker Colossus, which is a very strong Protoss combination that you can't really make miracles happen against Stalker Colossus. Like, anyone who's tried to attack into a Stalker Colossus army, especially on this map, which is so narrow, if you like use Roaches and Hydras and try to actually deal damage against this army, then you'll just lose. Because Protoss is Protoss. So you might as well just not even try. But I really need my Hive to finish up. It's very important to hit the get the Vipers. The Viper count has to go up. So he's gonna do a two-prong attack. Zealots here, and the big force at my fourth. So I'm just going to split up my hosts. And fortunately for now, there's not been a prism just yet, but those zealots could have come from a prism, so, you know, I just gotta account for everything. That's how it is to play Zerg. So you can see the way I'm splitting up my hosts as well. They're shooting locusts in every direction possible. This is really important to keep track of where the Protoss army is. You can also use, see, like now I caught this army right here. Maybe I'll be able to save this fourth, but I wouldn't count on it, to be honest. I'm just gonna cancel. Don't want to stress this too much. So just relax, take it easy. The Protoss army is not invincible. So yeah, I'm still just trying to secure my fourth, and Protoss can take his fourth as well. Yep. Now I'll finally, shortly, be running on 8 gases. That's gonna be nice. That will allow me to potentially transition a little bit. Get my double spire running, which is really useful against Tempests later on. So everything's just going smooth right now. And if I want to be better at this game, then it's all about the queens and the creep spread. As you can see right now, the Protoss player and I are fighting for control of this middle space. So he clears the creep, I put it back, and the goal from there is for me to keep putting down static defenses and let me think. That's not very good. But it's just a few stalkers. I'm sorry guys, playing and talking at the same time is not my thing. So yeah, I want to push creep, I want to push static defenses, and keep making more static defenses. That's how disgusting Swarm host to play is. That's how it works. But this is what you gotta do to beat 200 Protoss. Sometimes. I guess just I can't really do much about this stalker force. Man, that's funny. Good thing I have my double spires at least. So yeah, since he has so many Tempests, I will try to push forward a bit with my hosts and get these drones a little bit out of the way for now. Usually Protoss players don't really get all this these Tempests all that fast. I don't mind taking some drone losses right now, because it's really nice to get the extra supply for the Corruptors. So that's all cool, that's fine. Fine with me. Got some abductions now. Yeah, I like the way this Protoss player plays. He doesn't hesitate to go over into Tempests. I like that. I think I actually might lose because of lack of resources. I have to get some more corruptors out. I haven't really seen any Templar yet, so that's one thing I got going for me, I guess. He's got Templar. Lots of Templar. But now that he doesn't have a mothership, then it's still okay. At least a little bit. Yeah, my economy is really bad right now. He probably has corner bases. I pretty much assumed so from the start, but I can't really punish them because of the distances are too long, too far. This might be good for me if he's going all the way up here. If there's no Templars with this. This might not deal as much. He can't do that simply because of there's no you need ground space. Now DTs are gonna come to this position, so hopefully this guy will make it over here. It's not that simple for me to take bases either. Since I don't really have any units that have the same mobility as DTs have. I'm just going to get rid of this observer. He has to bring his Tempests somewhere. He can't play with only Tempests. That prism has lots of high Templars in it. I should play it safe here. I need this space, but that's cool. I feel like I'm in a decent spot right now. Even if he has the golden Armada, but that's fine. Because I have the Swarm Host army. So let's see what the Tempests are. 50-50 wise, like split map wise, I'm in a really good position. I got more than half of the map, just over time. All I need to do is to keep mining resources at a somewhat steady pace, so I can afford to add in some more Corruptors over time. Corruptors and Vipers. That's all I need right now. I don't really want to press the issue all too much, because he's on very few bases right now. And yeah, I don't need to stress this. I wonder if he's gonna do it again. This is a really tense game right now. You might disagree, you might think this is a boring game, but right now it's so tense. His army is so strong, my army value is mostly in swarm host. I'm down to 1 mining base. And yeah, this is just looking really bad right now. If he somehow is able to kill this base, then I'll be in some serious trouble. Very smart recall by him as well. I'm not sure if I should take this position or not. He's not gonna take this base, he's gonna be on 2 bases anyway. I don't think I need to press this, but I can pretend at least, so I can buy some time for myself. I think that should be okay. Might as well pretend a bit. This is what's so dangerous about this. I can't afford to lose units right now. So right now he's on these 2 bases. If I'm really unlucky, he's taken this and this one, but that's not very likely. I'm gonna send some changelings just to check. But that's so not common. Alright. He's still playing it cool, just building a bank. Maybe I can get some lucky snipes here. I really want to get that mothership, but that's easier said than done. I'm not really confident in my economy right now, but I can't punish these 2 bases, like I said in the start of this game. You can't. And like, even if I get more bases, which I will soon, it didn't make sense for me to take more bases just yet, because let me think for a sec. I don't know, man. It's looking pretty bad. He's gonna shoot his drones from afar. I think I have to get this one actually. I can't really engage this. And there's the recall again. Maybe I should fight this time. That's a lot of tempests. Protoss players that usually complain about Swarm host, they just need to learn to play like this guy. Time to go. Gonna hope for some magic with my 35 corruptors. I fell too far behind in economy. And then this is what happens. So yeah, I think from here I can't recover at all. And it's not so much about being maxed out on swarm hosts either, because you kinda need those. 24 is definitely a few too many. But I could just as well just have made couple of spore crawlers and broken the 200 limit. So that's not really the issue here. It's more that he just outplayed me, and I guess I committed a little bit too much to hosts early on. So I think I'll just tap out. GG. Can't win all the games. Yeah, I would have had more queens if I could afford them. No, just reading the chat a bit right now. Regarding the corner bases, they're not really that easy to stop, because Protoss opens up with Stalkers and Colossi, and your priority then is just to stay alive. You can't really go counter-harassing. In order to If you want to zone out the side bases or the corner bases on Nimbus, then you need to go Mutacorruptor, or you have to go Infestor Ultralisk, for example. Infestor Ultralisk is not so it's not so bad for this map, but yeah, I didn't choose to go for that style in this game. It's he just had the better economy because he had those two bases in the corner, and I failed at denying them. So just well played by him. That's all. So we got another Protoss here on an even bigger map, Deadwing. Almost as big as Alterseam Stronghold. So who knows? Just taking a bit of a risk again, going hatch first. It's not very safe against proxy 2 gate, it's not very safe against like a gateway here and a forge here and then cannons. But yeah, you can take chances sometimes. And just blind gas as well, this is also just a coin flip. I'm just going to hope that he's going for a gateway build. That's part of StarCraft, just flipping coins. If you like. And yeah, I got lucky. Single gas. No warp gate just yet, that's a bit uncommon. Mothership core first. So yeah, it's gonna be a macro build. Otherwise, you know, if this guy was gonna 4-gate, he would probably just start the warp gate tech right away, but he didn't, so... So right now, this Overlord can stick around until this Mothership core has 100 energy, or this gateway starts producing stuff. Now, very few Protoss players actually burn their energy like that, but you know, they usually start something from the gateway before that anyway. But there have been some games where Protoss actually spent a photon overcharge to snipe my Overlord. And that's of course because he couldn't afford the gas for his Stalker and Sentry because he was going for the fastest DTs possible. But he did get the Mothership core. That was a bit weird. A little bit strange. So yeah, just like on Nimbus, completely standard development, we see the Stalker again. So you know, maybe Twilight, maybe Oracle, but probably not Robotics. But it could be anything. He's just patrolling, so, you know, I don't think he's putting on massive amounts of pressure right now. Thank you, keeping the esports stream alive. Gateway. I'm still not feeling too good about this. I didn't really get a good read on his nexus or his gases here. That's a good catch though. Oh! Oh! Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go! Okay. I got away. You know, you really want to watch those battles sometimes, you know, those small skirmishes, but you also gotta prioritize and spend some time at home. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with 30 drones in your natural and a missing rally point. Stuff like that is never fun. Yeah, it's such a common mistake, just, oh, I wanna watch this sentry, I wanna watch this and this. I wanna see if the sentry dies, I wanna see, like Terrans, if they wanna see if they're new kits. I guess that's a little bit more important. So I didn't really talk a whole lot about my build. I think I'm just going to open a little bit macro mode. With a few Hydralisks and then Infestors or a Swarm Host. Most likely Swarm Host, gonna go for that long game. Or a little bit of a fancy strategy that I know on this map, in these positions. It's a bit gimmicky, but... Wow, that's a ton of sentries. Seems like I'm being cheesed. So yeah, I might actually lose right here. That's way too much. I gotta cancel this one. Gotta cancel this, cancel this. Yeah, this guy's pretty serious about this. These chambers are buying me so much time. Absolutely insane. He's just shooting useless buildings. That's so good for me. Might still lose though, because this build is so strong. I was being so greedy. Come on, Cirque. Let's go. Let's go. Boom. Patch Hydras. Pew 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 pew. Easy peasy. Just lost all my bases for it. And, you know, I play Zerg, so I can't really move off creep. That's how my race is designed. So I'm just gonna return to making drones. Now I think from here it's likely for him to go over into Colossus, and from there I'll be in so much trouble. I feel like I should try to make something happen, but I have a bad feeling about this. Like if I go out there right now, then I'm gonna face Photon Overcharge and I'm gonna face this wall of force fields, and it's just like, no, I don't want to think about it. Yeah, that's right. This is probably the Robo. I forgot to check. That was not so smart. It would be very surprising if that was the Twilight. Man, I totally forgot. If it's a Twilight, then he might go for a second attack actually. Just gonna get the Hive for safety. That will keep me alive if he goes for Colossus. Vipers, it's a very strong defensive unit because you can Blinding Cloud, you can abduct. All of the abilities are... yeah, that's not really a scary force. It's just a clear creep, I think. He's probably brought an Observe. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think he's being too serious about this. Ah, okay, so he does have a Robo. Good to know. That means there can also be Prisms, so I'll leave a few Hydras in the main. Even if that doesn't necessarily help me all that much. So, I think this is gonna be one of those long games yet again. Four Vipers on the way. That's all good. The economy is running pretty strong. There's the Prism. Told you guys. So now I can't make this... oh, never mind. I was about to say something stupid. Gonna get some energy on the Vipers. And yeah, well, this is Deathwing. Just like I cannot attack him, he cannot attack me because of this ramp, because of this little cliff. He can't do much on this map. It's a super duper passive, ultra defensive map. You don't really want to move down there. There's another Prism. I'm gonna send some Hydras there. And the Vipers, they're great for defense. They're great against Warp Prisms as well. Now you see, this Prism is being annoying down here. You can just go for the chain grab. And then, it's gone. Easy. From there you don't really need to worry about the Prism in the same way anymore. And that's very good for you. Because Prisms, they can finish the game in an instant if you're not being careful. But yeah, as you can see, he's got the perfect army. Templar, Colossi. So moving out here is super duper dangerous. But I still want to try to make something happen because StarCraft is supposed to be fun. I think I'll go home. I'll go home, guys. I'll go home. This army is absolutely insane. So, his he's gonna counter. That's reasonable. I would do the same if I was him. So now, I'm just gonna take as many free trades as possible. Fortunately, Storm doesn't really work on buildings, so that's a huge help right now. He's really committing to this. I don't know if that's a good choice from him, but you know, he just wants to finish this. But he has to have the Templars there, or else this is not going to work at all. He just lost everything. Protoss! Why do you attack? You should go Tempest like the guy on Nimbus. It's not that difficult to put down some Stargates. GG. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's not that difficult to drop some Stargates. I guess I'm not really sorry. GG. If you can't scout, then safety spores are a good idea. Yeah, just a question from the chat. If you see a stalker, especially, and not a whole lot of sentries, then it's safe to assume that it's going to be some sort of Stargate opening, or maybe even DTs. So, it's better to be safe than sorry. Just put down some spores if you're not sure what you're doing. Very many times people lose games to DTs and stuff they didn't anticipate, but very few times do people actually lose games because they missed out on 400 minerals from dropping spores or something. People usually bank more than 400 minerals, so I mean, if your macro is proper, then you can get away with it just fine. But yeah, the first push caught me a bit off guard. It's because the first links I made, they didn't really accomplish a whole lot, and from there he had macroed really well. He had a really solid economy, and he had lots of gas in the bank, and he spent all of that gas in sentries. And I was only barely able to hold. I think if he had gone home after killing my third, like going home a bit faster, not committing as hard, then I would be in some serious trouble. And yeah. The fight at the end, I think if he just invested a little bit less into Stalkers and a little bit more into Zealots, Templar, Colossi, then he would probably win the game. Not sure, but maybe. Would have a better chance for sure. Stalkers in general aren't all that good at breaking a position. They're more... Stalkers and Colossi are really amazing at clearing creep and stuff. But if you're gonna break a position, then Stalkers aren't really that useful. Protoss. Lots of Protoss. CVP on King Sejong. The bases are really easy to take. Man, that's an early pro scout. Yeah, these bases are easy to take, they're easy to defend. Certain all-ins can be really strong. Sentries and Blink right here. Or Immortal all-ins. What else? Yeah, it can be really tough to secure this position, but if Zerg gets a foothold here, then Protoss is in a lot of trouble. It's a very good split map for Zerg, but getting to that point in time can be a bit tricky. So this is what you do when you see an early scouting probe, like before you even have 15 supply, you just go 15 pull and then send a drone out, maybe force a pylon, or maybe just get the hatch down. As long as it doesn't drop any cannons, then this is perfectly reasonable. But he's playing macro as well, so it's all good. You just relax. And it's Forge actually, so I don't even need to get the gas. But this Forge is so late, so he can't use a cannon rush. That will only be on my third base, but that's not very useful. Because my spawning pool is already finished. So, you know, this is how almost every game used to play out in Wings of Liberty. It would look like this. So it's something for all the pros that played in Wings of Liberty. This is so routine. Yeah, he might drop a pylon here, but I don't really care about that. That's okay. He might even. Yep. I didn't even have to make circles. So yeah, from here, almost nothing. There will be just peace. Thank you. Thanks for the support. So yeah, not really a whole lot will happen, it's just macro. I should make a few links to check the front load, because he might start an early upgrade. This overload should be here a little bit sooner, just to see, to check for potential gas timings. So I did mess up a little bit already, but hopefully that will be okay. And now, this is the gas timings that were made famous by Stefano. Double gas at 6. Still a standard. And it lines up pretty well with the economy you have. Like, usually I'm a fan of single gas for the longest time, just single gas. But in this scenario it does make a little bit more sense. So Forge is spinning, and he has relatively fast gases, so this could be a robotics build, could be a third base. Feels a little bit like a robo build, either Immortal all-in or a prison. But you know, it could be anything. It could be a gateway all-in as well. No more production. It's making probes. Thank you. I don't really have any special features for the subs. I barely stream as it is, but hopefully I can give you guys some replay packs and cool stuff later on. But thanks for subscribing anyway. So he's shown Phoenix into Colossus. So this is gonna be one of those macro games again. I'm just going to drop a ton of spores and recall these overlords. And then try to take as little damage as possible. I expect to lose some drones here, but yeah, I'm just gonna make queens get some creep going. And I'm a little bit torn on whether to go Corruptor Timing or Swarm Host. You know, Swarm Host is a good unit, you might as well just make Queens and Swarm Host. Why not? Corruptors are so bad against Void Rays. Like, if he goes for a Stargate transition right now, adds on 2 more Stargates and keeps massing Void Rays, then the stuff I'm doing is not really useful. I can't take it forth as long as these Phoenixes are here. Okay. Okay. Good thing. At least I'm a little bit prepared against this. Right now, the most important thing is getting roaches out, as well as shooting down this prism. The prism is dead, so this attack is pretty much over. I just need to take a little bit of damage, and then I'll be fine. This is normal. It looks messy, but this is totally cool. This is totally cool. I don't care. I don't care. Totally fine. Just to put it that way, I've been in that situation a couple of times before. That's how you roll as a pro. You've seen it all pretty much. I still need to unlock my 4th base though. So I'm gonna get my queens back and I don't know what that overlord was doing there. You don't really want badly positioned overlords. There's no reason to even search for anything. Right, I think I'll just go over into Corruptor Swarm Host Viper from here. But I really want this 4th base because it has the 7th and 8th Gas Geyser, and that will allow me to make a lot more awesome units. Right now I can only produce that many Corruptors and that many Swarm Hosts per minute, but if I can unlock these gases, so yeah, if Protoss is clever right now, then he will take lots and lots of bases. Oh, Corruptors! Such a boring unit. They're so slow. I wish Corruptors could suicide. Like, I would totally just crash one of those Corruptors into the prison just for fun. Even if I would lose the resources, it'd still be fun. Okay, so... Alright. Yes! Let's go! Let's go. This is gonna be tough, because I don't really have that many Swarm Hosts just yet. And I only have 1 Viper. I want to keep these locusts for as long as possible. And fake Colossi. That's really smart by him. Unlocking detection for some reason. That one was fake as well. This is the danger of going corruptors before swarm hosts. I'm getting owned right now. As far as I know, it doesn't have an observer, so I can still maybe hang on. And he did, like, that was not free for him. He's definitely in a very good spot right now, but that was not a free trade for him, and I don't think he has a 4th base at all. I think he's just on, yeah, very basic economy. Lots of Blink Stalkers though, so he's gonna be able to deny a lot of creep. But yeah, he doesn't really have all that many bases. Yeah, now you can see that my lack of gas is hurting me so much. So I was able to defend against the prison very well. But I'm still going to have a lot of trouble against these stalkers. But yeah, I can afford to lose this base worst case. This is a really tough spot to play from. One mistake, one miscontrol, and I'll be in massive trouble. But on the flip side, if he miscontrols once and loses all of his Colossi, then he's in so much trouble as well. Like right now, this might be really bad for him. If I can grab all of these. Yeah, that's a decent trade for both of us. Fortunately, I have a lot of static defenses, so this is cool for now. With this amount of Colossi, he can't really do much. He can kill a few spores, but that's about it, so I can be totally cool about this. Like, he's going so hard on the Colossi. He's really banking on those doing work, and they didn't. So yeah, that's one of the dangers of going Corruptors before Swarm Host, because if you think about how much they cost, a Corruptor costs as much as a Swarm Host in terms of gas. So for every Corruptor you make, you lose a Swarm Host, and vice versa. So you can ask yourself, what's the most useful against a ton of Stalkers and Colossus? 10 Swarm Hosts or 10 Corruptors? And in most of the cases, the answer will be Swarm Host and not Corruptors. Yeah, it really got sketchy for a while. I guess I took more damage from the Phoenix attack than I initially thought. I actually didn't. I defended pretty well, according to the graph. I think it's just because I made a few corruptors. If you make corruptors, you can't afford Swarm Host, you can't afford that many Vipers. I just don't like the corruptor compared to Swarm Hosts when it comes to defending against stock Colossus. It's just not very useful. Still searching. Gonna play a few more. Terran. Thank you. Really appreciate it. So CVT on Nimbus. I don't think I played the CVT on Nimbus today. Nimbus is very it's very spawning position dependent. For example, if my Terran opponent spawns here, then he can very easily launch medevac attacks to my natural base right here. Whereas if it's cross positions, then Terran needs to go all this way to get to my base, and you know, that's not very cool for Terran. So it's a bit lucky which spawns you get, and I would say if Terran spawns here, then that's the worst case scenario for me. This is the second worst, and this is the best case. Because, you know, it's not that simple for Terran to launch medevacs and banshees, you know, all the way here in the early game. Sure, he can access this one, but that's a very predictable path. Whereas if he spawns here, then the airspace, the way to get to this base is just so easy. So easy for the Terran. And, you know, it's predictable, of course, but, you know, cross positions is just better. Thanks again. I'm just gonna go 15 hatch. It's relatively safe on this map. You have an in-base expansion and it's a 4-player map, so the chance of someone proxying a 2-rax right here is very small. So it's a very nice map to go for greedy builds. A lot of Terrans like to open CC first as well. So it's a pretty good map early game for Zerg. Nothing really special can happen to you in the early game. So yeah, he's not in this position. I guess that's good for me. He might be in this one. Yeah, I should be a bit careful with my overlords from here. And you don't have to do this, but you probably... Sometimes you might want to save some larva for Reaper builds, but you know, that's up to you. You can choose. I like to play it a bit more safe. This SCV scout could be because of the Reaper, or it could be just because he went for CC first. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm not gonna chase this one. I'm just gonna take it easy and not lose my lanes, because, you know, here's the Reaper. They're just going to buffer a little bit until my queen is out. I just gotta micro a little bit, and then it's fine. It's cool. Double Reaper. don't really want to fight. Only because you have to. That's the rule with Reapers. Don't fight them unless you have to. Or if you can, like right there, I intercepted one of the regen, the healing. So it stops again. Like now I can intercept them and stop the healing. Well, I failed, but that's what you want. There's a third CC. That's some really useful information for me early on. That's so lucky that he positioned it right there. That's a blessing. So as soon as speed is complete, then I can unlock my base here. I want to take it a little bit easy for now. Just I want to get a few maulings out so I can be sure, because fallings don't really kill 2 Reapers. Maybe I waited a little bit too long. That's okay. That's reasonable. I got my third base down, and that's the most important thing. Sure. Maybe I should have put it down a little bit sooner. I still don't know if this is... okay. That's so greedy by this guy. I'm just gonna go over into 2 chamber and macro as hard as possible. I think there was some sort of move command going on there. Small battles like that aren't really very interesting. One shouldn't spend too much attention on them. Like, even if I lost those 2 roaches earlier, I don't really care. It's more important to make sure that you're macroing properly and making drones as fast as you possibly can. Like spamming drones and spamming drones frequently, really fast, just spamming drones, selecting your hatcheries over and over as fast as you can. It's so important. Because if you wait too long with producing drones, then they won't get to work as fast, and then you will lose minerals. Yep, still not very interesting. This is way more interesting though. That's a pretty fast timing. Nimbus can be a little bit tough sometimes. That's such a big screw up by me, allowing that base to fall. Sometimes that just happens. Make a few too many mistakes, and then it's gone. It's because my first engagement was pretty bad. I didn't control my units as well as I wanted to. This Terran is pretty relentless. This is gonna be a tough game from here. That one was really important. Saved me so much trouble. Now I feel like I'm in a decent spot again, because he kinda pretty much suicided all of his units. Now I just gotta be a little bit careful. There might be mines here. Widow mines. I can't chase too much. Still some mines. That was a really nice stim forced out, but he has so much energy, so it's not really a huge win. Let's see, 2-2 timing kicks in 30 seconds, 16-minute mark. So I don't really want to fight until 16. I don't want to fight right here. Just gonna bait some shots. Okay, I baited all of the shots, my 2-2 timing is done, so let's go. Reminds you of the game on Sejong versus 4GG. Everything just works out. That's the power of the 2-2 timing. So strong, so good. This is really not necessary, by the way. I shouldn't be doing this. I don't really need to rush a 5th base out. It's more important to get some extra queens, spend some minerals on getting some more creep. A little bit more map control. Gotta be more careful. At the very least, let's force a stim. Gotta be careful. inject, inject, inject. Pumping, pumping skip, as the Koreans would say. Pumping. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home. Alright, I should have taken a 5th. I was got a little bit too carried away by all the action. He knows that his army is not really all that amazing. I don't want to fight 2 turrets. I just take what I can get at this point. Like, primarily, I'm in a defensive stance right now. I'm waiting for my hive tech upgrades. And yeah, I guess I should be spreading some more creep. That's pretty much all I have to do right now. Start the chitinous plating. Keep killing these marines. And yeah. I could try to harass a bit more, but it's just not very important. I forgot my spire upgrades. That's fine. Yep, forced to stem. That's good. Very nice. I don't think he has all that many medevacs left from the previous fight. Yeah, this one is so low. Can I force one more? Maybe. I think he understood at this point that I was just faking him out. Most Terrans are usually really cool about not stimming their army. Still waiting for my grades. They take a long time. 220 seconds. Almost 4 minutes. Oh yeah, I forgot about this base. This base is actually really important. Just gonna target a few mines. And we should be in a good position for the grand scale fight very soon. He's still on 4 base max. He got a pretty fast 4th, but that's fine. Because he had his third hurt really badly. Upgrades are complete, so... I'm under attack. Seems like I should be a little bit more patient. I don't really mind this position, but you know, I have to make a choice here. His army is definitely going to be in the middle or on the left. I could go for this one, and that would launch a huge counterattack towards my base. But I don't want to do that because I don't have the base on the right. Man, I just really want to land that hatchery first. So tough. I should take one of these as well. Okay, now he knows. So now this is like super duper tense. It's like, should I go down here? He knows that he can't. I guess I could go for the one in the top, but that will be such a huge provocation. He'll get so angry. I think I'll go for it right here. I don't know, I'm running low on hatcheries, it's a big problem right now. It's a really big problem right now. I'm losing this game over time. Especially since I lost so many mutas in that fight. This space is pretty limited. Like, I have a lot of drones, but all my mineral patches are running out, so I'm in quite a lot of trouble. Because I only have a 5th base, I'm supposed to have 6 or 7 by now. So somewhere along the way in this game, I really messed up. That's quite ambitious. This too is really ambitious. If these ultras can tank some Widowmine shots, what a mess. I'm gonna lose this game now. That was horrible. He knows. Oh, I'm so disappointed. That was not very smart. I really want to win this one. Still. Oh, GG. I messed up. Big time. Alright, I'm gonna take a little bit of a short break. That was not the best fighting I've seen. Nimbus is a bit tricky, like maybe Ultras was not the smartest. Either way, I didn't use them very smartly, so you know, I got punished for it. But you know, you can't play amazing every single game. So I'm just gonna take a short break and yeah, see you guys in a minute. CVC. CVC on Nimbus can be a little bit strange sometimes because it's a 4-player map. It plays out pretty much like Frost did in the previous season. You have very easy to defend natural, but you know, it's still a 4-player map with relatively small rush distances. So 10 pool all-ins, especially the ones with speed, are frequently used on this map, and hatch first as well is very, very common. You also have 15 pool, and sometimes you also see 1 base 14-14, 1 base speedling builds. So you can see quite a lot of different builds on this map, and you need to watch out for all of them. So I'm going for one of the more greedy ones, the hatch first, going for a bit of a gamble. Hatch first is relatively common, so it's somewhat safe to do, but you never want to rely solely on hatch first on 4-player maps, because you will be hard countered very easily. So it seems like I got the lucky spawn positions. I'll be able to see if he has a natural, and he will not be able to see what I have going on in my main for a while. But on the flip side, he can take his natural here as well. It's not very common, but it does happen. But likely I'll see a base here, and it's a pull first. So gotta be a little bit careful about moving this overload too far in, because then it might get shot down. So I can't really get a good read on these gases, so I can't know how early he's going to have his speed. He didn't send any drones to his natural, so it points towards a single gas build right now, simply because there was no drone transfer. There's the queen, so my information is gonna be denied from here. This might be a little bit of a problem as well. We'll see. I might have to send this one around a little bit, but it's fine for now, at least. So I'm just going to play it safe. I expect him to have a single gas build, so he's going all the way home, and this is really convenient for me. He could send his links here, and then I would have to be concerned about Bane links, but he's just sending them home, and to be fair, it's not the smartest decision, but from a defensive viewpoint, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Very standard play. I'll be lucky to escape with this one. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna commit to a small speedling swell and get a few more queens behind it. Just freak him out a bit. And he's gonna realize right now, if he doesn't have more than those 2 links at home, if he doesn't have any preemptive links against this, then he will just lose right now. This is cool. I just want to freak him out a bit. That's a lot of links. So my plan is gonna be working very well against this. I just need to not freak out too much myself. Now I'm going to transition into triple gas Roach, which is pretty much the standard, the go-to in CVC. It's what almost everybody plays, especially since the spawning positions are so close right now. It's not cross, it's all the way long positions. So I'm going up to triple gas, getting my chamber, getting my lair. Just scaring him a bit still. Because he probably has a third on the way, and I will start mine soon as well. Yeah. I forgot my ranged attack upgrade. Oh. That is not very normal. But I wonder if I freaked out a bit too much. I was able to cancel a few of those panic feigns. So I'll just scare him a bit more. He doesn't have any upgrades, so this might just as well be 2-base Mira. Since he doesn't have any okay, it's Roach. That's really good for me. If this was Miras, I would have to take so many precautions. But right now, I'm able to do some decent damage to his drone line. Those drones had to experience some lost mining time, and I will cause some damage in the natural base as well. Oh, that's a lot of roaches though. I've been a bit bad with my injects. This is not very common to put down a macro hatch at this stage in the game. I feel like he can't afford it really. Maybe if he's going for a massive plus 1 carapace timing. He does have 1 carapace, so that was the correct guess. In that case it makes sense, but he has to strike. He has to strike right now. My Overlord spread is not the best either. Usually my Overlord spread is a bit mediocre compared to a lot of other European circs. So right now I'm just trying to intercept the links. I saw that you sent them out on the map somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly. This is bad, this is bad. Oof. Well, I'm still doing okay. I just don't know if I'm doing amazing, that's all. He has a lot of stuff, but 1 carapace is not very good against +2. But I think he's gonna get at least 1 range upgrade before any fight happens in this game. But if this game goes on until max, which it looks like it's going to, then I think he's not necessarily in the best spot there is. I'm so hungry. I think this will be my last game just because, you know, gotta eat and all. So I hope I can bring you guys a the victory for the final match. Gonna go for a big explosion. Let's see how this works. Alright, so we got the mirror play. He's got banelings as well. But my upgrades are slightly better. Yeah, I think I'm losing. Man. I guess my CDC is not in the best of shapes right now. I thought I was doing so well. At least I'm gonna get a few corner snipes here, maybe. I'm gonna back off. Keep it cool. Thanks for the sub. It's appreciated. I think this is the end. GG! I guess my third was a bit too slow. It's unfortunate. GG! Yeah, I could have droned a little bit better, but yeah, well played. Well played, I'm done. Yeah, I was